end it. I don't know. We ending it now.
We end it whenever we want to end
But I
it.
tell a story. I did a podcast story the other day, with a dude from Baltimore. Matter of fact, and he asked me a question. He's like, I seen one of these interviews with one of Nas homies, and he was saying that when they was at that event, that MTV Awards, he said the Outlaws walked by. He was with Jungle, and he was mouthing off at us. He said the Outlaws put their head down and kept walking. He said then you guys came again, and he kept mouthing off, and you guys did it again. And the guy was like, so this how? I said, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Back then, I used to go to places saying, please mouth off. I said, I used to hear things like, man, did that dude say something? I said, back then, we wanted that. Like, we was waiting for something. I said, so I'm going to be honest, even though I don't call to that life anymore, but that's not true, bro.
Yeah.
I said, we ain't falling for that. Like, I said, but now, I'm at a part of my life, maybe now, if somebody say something, as long as it's not physical and they try to put harm on me, I might just ignore it now. Because we got more to live for.
I seen the interviews
you know what I mean?
that Jungle has done about the situation. Even Snoop has spoken on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I wasn't there, but I know what came back from New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know my brothers ain't got no reason
we ain't
to
about
lie
to
to
do
me or tell us something that ain't really happened.
Yeah.
And so, when I see those interviews, I just laugh to myself like, it's obviously mean more to them if they gotta, embellish on the story a little bit.
But
and we'll let them have that.
Let them have that, man. Like we know what's going on.
Hello.
But what I wanted to say is maybe now we at a point of our life where we don't got nothing to prove to these jokers. We don't got nothing to prove. You know what I mean? We got a lot to lose now. So I was telling them, I said maybe now I'll let somebody mouth off. And even for me, believe it or not, I think when I go through it, because I'm the type of person, man, as long as it's not physical, you don't try to harm me and my family, say whatever you want. That's when I felt like I matured. When I got to that point, when I was like, man, I don't care what this, you know what I mean? I got proud of myself because, bro, I thought I was a little crazy for the rest of my life. I thought, like, halas, I'm finished. You know what I mean? But when I went to incidents
we
like
all
that,
did.
I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't really that crazy, bro. So I'm glad we survived it. You know what I mean? I'm glad that we at a point where we can teach youngsters, how to move. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
And remember, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody but yourself.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? And if you feel like, you inadequate in some areas, then you probably gonna end up doing what some of these other cats do. But when you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody,
Raise your kids, man. Prove that to us, man.
Yeah,
Raise your kids.
there you go.
Yeah, real talk.
Raise your kids, man, and survive and make it to where, we made it to.
We keep going, God willing.
Absolutely.